Islam, a word often heard yet frequently misunderstood, carries a profound meaning that lies at the heart of its message, peace. Derived from the Arabic root salam, meaning peace, Islam signifies submission or surrender to the will of God. This surrender, however, is not one of coercion but of conscious choice, a path towards inner tranquility and outward harmony. The Islamic greeting, Assalamu alaikum, meaning peace be upon you, beautifully encapsulates this ethos, reflecting the religion's core value of fostering peace as a way of life. Islam, from its very inception, emphasizes the pursuit of peace, both within oneself and in relation to others. It calls upon its followers to embody peace in their thoughts, words, and deeds, recognizing that true peace stems from a state of inner harmony cultivated through a deep connection with God. This understanding forms the foundation upon which the entire edifice of Islamic teachings and practices is built. From the 5 pillars of Islam, which emphasize personal reflection and social responsibility, to the intricate legal framework governing interactions within society, every aspect of Islamic life is geared towards creating a just and peaceful world. This principle of peace extends beyond the Muslim community, encompassing all of humanity, regardless of faith or background. Islam's message of peace is not merely an abstract ideal, but a practical guide for navigating the complexities of life. It provides a framework for resolving conflicts, promoting understanding, and building bridges of compassion and empathy. In a world often marred by violence and discord, understanding the true essence of Islam as a religion of peace is more critical than ever. At the heart of Islam lies the concept of submission to the will of God. This submission, however, is not a passive surrender, but an active pursuit of aligning oneself with the divine will. It is through this process of submission that individuals can find true inner peace, the foundation upon which a harmonious society can be built. This inner peace, achieved through faith and devotion, acts as a bulwark against the storms of life, providing solace and strength in the face of adversity. When individuals are at peace with themselves and their Creator, they are less likely to be driven by anger, greed, or hatred, emotions that often fuel conflict and violence. Islam teaches that true peace emanates from within and then extends outwards, influencing our interactions with others and the world around us. This inward transformation is essential for creating a just and compassionate society. When individuals are grounded in their faith and committed to living by its peaceful principles, they become agents of positive change, contributing to a more harmonious world. The Islamic emphasis on inner peace is not a call to withdraw from the world, but rather an invitation to engage with it in a more meaningful and compassionate way. By cultivating inner tranquility, individuals can become beacons of peace, radiating kindness, understanding, and empathy in their interactions with others. The Quran, the Holy Book of Islam, serves as the ultimate guide for Muslims, offering divine wisdom and guidance on all aspects of life. Throughout its verses, the Quran repeatedly emphasizes the importance of peace, presenting it not merely as an aspiration, but as a fundamental principle upon which human society should be built. One of the most frequently cited verses in the Quran, often referred to as the verse of peace, states, "O you who believe, enter into peace, all of you, and follow not the footsteps of Satan. Surely he is to you an open enemy." Quran 2, 208. This verse encapsulates the Quran's overarching message of peace, urging believers to embrace peace wholeheartedly and resist the temptations of division and discord. The Quran further emphasizes the sanctity of human life, declaring in Surah 5:32 that whoever kills a soul unless for a soul or for corruption done in the land, it is as if he had slain mankind entirely. This verse highlights the gravity of taking a human life, emphasizing the importance of preserving life and upholding justice. In Surah 49:13, the Quran beautifully articulates the importance of unity and understanding, stating, "O mankind, we have created you from a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes that you may know one another." This verse underscores the common origin and shared humanity of all people, promoting respect, tolerance, and understanding among diverse communities. These verses are just a few examples of the Quran's profound teachings on peace. By emphasizing compassion, justice, and respect for all, the Quran provides a comprehensive framework for building a peaceful and harmonious world. The life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stands as a testament to the peaceful teachings of Islam. He embodied the Quran's message of compassion, forgiveness, and justice, serving as a role model for Muslims and a beacon of hope for humanity. Even in the face of persecution and hostility, the Prophet consistently chose the path of peace and reconciliation. His migration from Mecca to Medina, known as the Hijrah, marked a turning point in Islamic history. In Medina, he established a model community based on the principles of justice, equality, and peaceful coexistence between Muslims and people of other faiths. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah, a peace agreement between the Prophet and his adversaries in Mecca, stands as a testament to his unwavering commitment to peace. Despite being in a position of strength, he opted for a peaceful resolution that averted bloodshed and paved the way for future reconciliation. The Prophet's life teaches us that peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to navigate conflict with wisdom, compassion, and a commitment to justice. His legacy continues to inspire millions around the world to strive for peace, understanding, and cooperation in their own lives and communities. Section 5. Jihad, a misunderstood concept. The term jihad is perhaps one of the most misunderstood concepts in Islam, often misconstrued to denote violence and aggression. However, the true meaning of jihad is far removed from these distorted interpretations. In Arabic, jihad literally means struggle or striving, encompassing a wide range of endeavors, both internal and external. The Quran and the Prophet's teachings emphasize that the greatest jihad is the jihad al-nafs, the struggle against one's own ego and base desires. This inner struggle is seen as the foundation for personal growth and spiritual development, essential for cultivating a peaceful and just society. While the Quran does permit defensive warfare under specific circumstances, such as self-defense or protecting the oppressed, it lays down strict guidelines to ensure that war is a last resort and is conducted with utmost restraint. The Quran explicitly forbids aggression, emphasizing that war should only be waged to defend against oppression and injustice, never to conquer or subjugate others. The Quran states, in Surah 2, verse 190, "Fight in the way of Allah those who fight you but do not transgress. Indeed, Allah does not like transgressors." This verse clearly outlines the defensive nature of warfare in Islam, prohibiting any form of aggression or transgression. It is crucial to understand that the concept of jihad in Islam cannot be divorced from its ethical and moral framework. Any act of violence committed in the name of Islam that contradicts the Quran's teachings on justice, compassion, and the sanctity of life is a violation of the very principles of Islam. To Section 6. Islamic Guidelines on Conflict, Justice and Restraint. Islam recognizes that conflict is an unfortunate reality of human existence. However, it provides a comprehensive framework for navigating conflict in a just and ethical manner, emphasizing dialogue, reconciliation, and the peaceful resolution of disputes. The Quran and the Prophet's teachings stress the importance of forgiveness, urging Muslims to pardon even those who have wronged them. In Surah 42, verse 40, the Quran states, "The repayment of a bad action is one equivalent to it, but if someone pardons and puts things right, his reward is with Allah." This verse highlights the transformative power of forgiveness, encouraging believers to break the cycle of violence and seek reconciliation. When conflict is unavoidable, Islam permits defensive warfare under strict conditions, always emphasizing the importance of proportionality, restraint, and the protection of innocent lives. The Quran clearly states in Surah 8, verse 61, "And if they incline to peace, then incline to it also, and rely upon Allah. Indeed, it is He who is the hearing, the knowing." This verse encourages Muslims to pursue peace even in the midst of conflict, emphasizing dialogue and reconciliation as the ultimate goals. Even during warfare, Islam mandates the humane treatment of prisoners of war, forbidding torture, mutilation, and the killing of non-combatants. These principles underscore the Islamic emphasis on justice, compassion, and the preservation of human dignity, even in the most challenging of circumstances. Section 7. A Legacy of Coexistence, Interfaith Harmony in Islamic History. Throughout history, Muslim societies have often served as examples of interfaith harmony and peaceful coexistence. From the early days of Islam in Medina to the flourishing of Islamic civilization across vast swathes of the world, Muslims have lived alongside people of other faiths, contributing to a rich tapestry of cultural and intellectual exchange. The Prophet Muhammad himself established a precedent for interfaith dialogue and cooperation in Medina, drafting a constitution that guaranteed the rights of all religious communities. This document, known as the Constitution of Medina, is considered a landmark agreement in the history of religious tolerance, outlining the principles of peaceful coexistence and mutual respect among Muslims, Jews, and other faith groups. During the Islamic Golden Age, which spanned several centuries, Muslim societies became centers of learning and scholarship, attracting intellectuals and scholars from diverse backgrounds. Muslims, Christians, and Jews collaborated in scientific pursuits, philosophical debates, and artistic endeavors, contributing to a vibrant intellectual and cultural renaissance that left an indelible mark on human history. From the Iberian Peninsula to the Indian subcontinent, Muslim rulers often extended protection and patronage to non-Muslim communities, allowing them to practice their faiths freely and contribute to the flourishing of society. Synagogues, churches, and temples stood alongside mosques, testaments to the spirit of tolerance and pluralism that characterized many Muslim societies. These historical examples serve as reminders of Islam's long tradition of interfaith harmony and peaceful coexistence, demonstrating that Muslims have a rich legacy of building bridges of understanding and cooperation across religious divides. Section 8. Champions of Peace, Modern Muslim Voices. In the contemporary world, numerous Muslim figures and organizations continue to champion the message of peace, working tirelessly to promote understanding, counter extremism, and address the root causes of conflict. Their efforts stand as a testament to the enduring commitment of Muslims worldwide to fostering a more just and peaceful world. One such prominent voice is that of the Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism, who has repeatedly spoken out against violence committed in the name of religion, emphasizing the importance of interfaith dialogue and understanding. The Dalai Lama has developed close relationships with Muslim leaders and scholars worldwide, engaging in joint initiatives to promote peace and reconciliation. Another influential figure is Muhammad Ali, the legendary boxer and humanitarian who used his global platform to advocate for peace and social justice. A devout Muslim, Ali consistently spoke out against war and violence, inspiring millions with his message of love, compassion, and understanding. Numerous organizations, such as the Muslim Peace Fellowship and the Islamic Relief Worldwide, are dedicated to promoting peace, providing humanitarian aid, and advocating for social justice. These organizations embody the Islamic spirit of compassion and service to humanity, working tirelessly to alleviate suffering, empower communities, and build bridges of understanding across cultures and faiths. Section 9. Dispelling Misconceptions, Confronting Islamophobia. Despite the overwhelming emphasis on peace in Islamic teachings and the countless examples of peaceful coexistence throughout history, Islam continues to be misrepresented and maligned in many parts of the world. Islamophobia, rooted in prejudice and ignorance, paints a distorted image of Islam, associating it with violence and extremism. This misconception is fueled by a complex interplay of factors, including historical biases, political agendas, and the deliberate manipulation of religious texts by extremist groups who exploit religion for their own violent ends. It is crucial to recognize that these extremist ideologies do not represent the vast majority of Muslims worldwide who condemn violence and terrorism in the strongest possible terms. Combating Islamophobia requires a multi-pronged approach that addresses both the individual and systemic dimensions of this prejudice. Education plays a vital role in dispelling myths and stereotypes, fostering understanding and appreciation for the rich diversity of Muslim cultures and traditions. Interfaith dialogue and engagement are essential for breaking down barriers, building relationships, and fostering mutual respect among people of different faiths. By engaging in open and honest conversations, we can challenge prejudices, address misconceptions, and create a space for genuine understanding. Section 10. The enduring message of Islam, a call for universal peace. Islam's message of peace, deeply rooted in its core teachings and exemplified by the Prophet Muhammad's life, continues to resonate throughout the world. It is a message that transcends cultural boundaries, offering a path towards a more just, compassionate, and harmonious world. The Quran's teachings on peace, justice, and the sanctity of life provide a timeless framework for navigating the complexities of human existence. By embracing these principles, individuals and communities can work towards resolving conflicts peacefully, building bridges of understanding, and creating a world where all people can live together in harmony. The pursuit of peace is not merely an aspiration, but a collective responsibility. It requires a conscious effort to challenge injustice, promote understanding, and extend compassion to all, regardless of faith, ethnicity, or background. By embodying the true spirit of Islam, Muslims and non-Muslims alike can work together to create a world where peace prevails and all can flourish. In a world often marred by violence and discord, the Islamic message of peace offers a beacon of hope, reminding us of our shared humanity and the transformative power of compassion, understanding, and justice. It is a message that is as relevant today as it was over 1,400 years ago. A call for universal peace that has the power to unite humanity in a common purpose.